Hi, my name is Matt DiPaolo, and I'm in Team 5, and this is iteration 4 screencast video. For this video, we chose to refactor our object fields, which are here. They violate a few clean code principles, first of which is doing the same thing the same way, and the second of which is to use descriptive names. To refactor our code, we'll use 3 simple steps. First, we would trace everywhere the object field was used using Control F. We will change the object field type or name, depending on which clean code principle we are adhering to. Then we will go back to where the variable is used and change how it's used to reflect this change. And then we will run our test to make sure everything is working properly. We'll start with using descriptive names. If you notice, our tiles hash map is called civmap. Our cities hash map is called citiesmap, and our unit 2D array, which we will change in the second part of this video to a hash map, is called unit tiles. This is very ambiguous because unit tiles reflects units, the unit data type, yet it has tiles in its name, while the tiles hash map does not have tiles in its name. We also notice that civmap has the word map in it, as the citiesmap, yet unit tiles did not. So first we will agree on what we'd like to change it to. We're going to call the unit data type units. We'll call the cities data type cities, and we'll call the tiles data type tiles. So first we will do a Control F and find everywhere this is used. Unit tiles, we have it here. We have it used 14 times, and we will go through, see where it's used. We have it used in a variety of functions. So then we'll go ahead and change that. You can see here, we made these changes. Everywhere that cities is used is now called cities. Here in 75, here in 82. And we do the same for units and tiles, and we can do a quick view of that. Units, cities, you use 21 different times. And I think it would be redundant to show this for tiles. So after we've made all those changes, test to make sure everything's running smoothly and everything is running perfectly. We'll move on to the next clean code principle, which is do the same thing the same way. As I mentioned before, you can notice we use a hash map for tiles and cities. We use a 2D array for unit tiles. This is a little bit more involved in terms of refactoring, so we'll step through this a little bit in a more granular fashion. First, we will do a Control F for unit tiles. See that it's used 14 different times. We already went through this because we changed the name. We have to change more than the name now. We'll have to actually change how we access and manipulate this array. And we'll also notice we use the unit tiles array in GammaCiv unit action strategy. So we'll have to make sure we go through and refactor that as well. So we know where it's used. We make that change. I think here. And we go through and change everything to reflect that, namely, in the biggest places here, we change this to get rather than a 2D array accessor. We have put rather than using the equals. can also now use an iterator. We have contains key, input one more time, and we have a remove. So this makes it a lot easier for us. And then we have the gamma sieve action strategy. We actually just pass the whole thing in there. We get the unit from here. And we'll notice that we can now use these new hash map functions. So the code was improved in a variety of different ways. First, now it'll be easier and more intuitive for us to use these. We'll have to reference back to the object fields less because they will follow a naming convention. It will speed up our code development process because we don't have to go back and see what the names are. And second, similarly to changing the names, we can consistently use these hash map functions. It will give us more flexibility in how we manipulate and access our maps, data structures. So yeah, that's how it was improved. I think it's very apparent. Thank you for listening. To reiterate, my name is Matt DiPaolo, Team 5, Iteration 4 Screencast.